Welcome to Love University, where you can learn how to love yourself, others, and a higher nature. I am Jonathan, the producer for the show, and today we have a special program. I'll be asking our host, Dr. Alexander Avila, to answer our listeners' most pressing questions, and he will be giving us the final secrets to invincibility. Welcome, Dr. Avila.
Thank you, Jonathan, for that introduction. This is going to be a very powerful day for our listeners. I'm going to answer many of your pressing questions, and we're going to find solutions for life's most challenging difficulties.
Other people bug me all the time. My main problems are always about people. They can be rude, obnoxious, selfish, deceitful, unfaithful, and manipulative. What do I do about my people problems?
The answer to your people problems is simple. Get rid of yourself anything you don't like in others. If you're tired of vanity and lies in others, get rid of those traits in yourself. If you're tired of selfishness in others, get rid of it in yourself. If you're tired of rudeness and impatience in others, get rid of it in yourself. Why? Because the people in your life are often a reflection of who you are inside. A hammer and the sun have nothing in common with each other. One is an earthly tool meant to hammer things. The other is full of light and energy, and it is elevated. If you're an aggressive person, you will find other hammers to fight with. You will see other people as nails to be hammered. If you're like the sun, you will shine your positive energy on everything around you. The hammers, aggressive people of the world, won't be able to bother you. They can't hurt you because you are far above their influence. Instead of complaining about other people, strive to change yourself. Elevate yourself psychologically to a point where you are no longer disturbed by the bad behavior of others. Does the sun worry about people who shout at it in anger or fear? No, because the sun is at a much higher elevation. Be like the sun and place yourself at a higher place than the petty problems and negative people of the world. Then you will be a free human being who is no longer at the mercy or the whims of others who behave badly and who demand that you be what they want you to be. You will be the only thing you are meant to be, your true invincible self.
You talk about invincibility. How can I be invincible when there are so many other distractions in life, both from the outside world and my own thoughts?
Here are some simple exercises to bring more invincibility into your life. Take a daily mental bath, just like you would take an actual water bath. As you bathe in a tub of warm water, take a hot shower, visualize yourself getting rid of sick thoughts and accumulated negative energy from yourself and others. Shake with hands of love. Imagine that your hand contains hundreds of individual loving minds, each having an intelligence of their own. When you shake people's hands, imagine that you're passing loving energy to them through your hands. Breathe deeply when you're happy. As you breathe, steady your mind and maintain full concentration. Associate breathing with happiness as you feel it growing inside you. Concentrate your mental forces and attack at the point where you can achieve a breakthrough. Find the one area in your life where your improvement will yield immediate results. For example, if procrastination is an issue for you, resolve that you will take one small action toward an important task. If regret bothers you, practice forgiving yourself for real or imagined errors. If loneliness is your weakness, resolve to give love to others without expectation. By choosing which psychological issue to focus on first, you will achieve a rewarding feeling of success that gives you the motivation and self-confidence to pursue new goals.
I try to improve myself, but I always screw up. Then I find myself in a worse situation than before. What is my problem?
Your problem is that you're engaging in what is known as emotional forgetfulness. You forget the emotional pain you experienced when you made poor decisions in the past, when you chose the wrong relationship, when you fell back into a bad habit or addiction. You repeated the same pattern or behavior because you only remembered the small initial pleasure you received, which seemed bigger at the time, instead of the large pain that resulted. The solution is to practice right emotional memory before you engage in the self-defeating action. See the pain as it really was. Recall the pain you experienced with the abusive partner, while working in a job that didn't suit your talents, while coming down from the high of an addiction or a bad habit. In life, you have two choices when it comes to creating memories and life patterns. You can choose a little pain now and a lifetime of pleasure. In the first option, you do the right and disciplined thing. You stick to your weight loss program, quit the bad habit, you leave the unhealthy relationship. Although you may sacrifice some minor pleasure in the beginning, the extra cake, the smoking, the superficially appealing partner, you end up winning in the long run by feeling healthier, more self-disciplined, and happier. On the other hand, you can try to obtain a little pleasure now. You may eat too much or exercise too little. You indulge in the bad habit or addiction. You stay in the exciting but damaging relationship. When you do this, you have set yourself up for long-term failure and pain because you keep repeating the same self-defeating actions in a vain attempt to recapture the small pleasure you experienced in the beginning. You will find yourself receiving less pleasure and more pain every time you try to recapture the mental high of the past. With right emotional memory, things are different. You remember the pain from past errors and mistakes, and you're not tempted to go back to the temporary but false pleasure of the old ways. Instead, you choose the more disciplined path that leads you to the lasting pleasure of your own invincibility.
I understand what you mean about right emotional memory, but I still suffer from my past. I keep thinking about my mistakes. It makes me crazy when I think about how often I have failed and how many mistakes I have made.
Your problem is not your past mistakes. Everyone makes them. It's that you condemn yourself for your past. Regret is what keeps you chained to what came before. When you allow yourself to feel regret about a supposed mistake that you have made, you create pressure, a certain type of regret pain. You ask yourself, what's wrong with me? Why did I do that? Then to relieve the pressure of the regret pain, you tend to act rashly and impulsively, repeating the same mistake, bad habit, or action that got you into trouble in the first place. The solution is simple. Instead of condemning yourself and going further down the slippery slope of weakness, you need to forgive yourself. When you forgive yourself, you eliminate the glue to your past mistakes, and you're free to act differently and freely with a clear mind and spirit. Begin by forgiving yourself for small mistakes or setbacks. You didn't finish the extra task you had planned. You were hot-tempered while in line at the store. You neglected to exercise based on your typical routine. Learning how to forgive yourself is a step-by-step process. If you're the type of person who finds it hard to forgive yourself, begin by building up your self-forgiveness tolerance. Forgive yourself for small things as you build up your ability to forgive yourself for the more serious regrets in your life: relationships, career, financial, or lifestyle choices.
Why is it so hard for me to relax?
Because you fear the very relaxation you seek. You assume that tension is a power that keeps your life together. You may believe that the internet and phone are what keep your life moving. You're afraid that if you relax and put away your technological devices for a while, you will lose something valuable, an important communication or opportunity. In reality, you probably won't miss out on anything terribly important if you take a break from your daily hectic schedule. In fact, you will probably accomplish more. Relaxation will give you the space you need to see the truth about things, thereby significantly increasing your efficiency and personal power. When you relax and take a break from fast-paced living, you're more loving, focused, and creative. You make fewer mistakes. Once you learn how to give up the negative excitement of tension, you're free to produce more with a relaxed mindset. Try an experiment. Sit somewhere in a quiet and relaxed setting, maybe in your home or out in nature. At the same time, take a technology fast. Turn off all of your technological devices and make sure no one disturbs you. Observe your feelings when nothing particularly important is going on in your life, where you're just sitting still and being in the moment. What are you feeling? Are you bored or full of energy? Restless or relaxed? At this point, the self-defeating mind, the part of you that doesn't want you to succeed, may try to make you feel nervous, upset. It will try to make you worry that you're missing out on something important, a crucial call or message. It will warn you that you're not being productive. It will scold you that you're falling behind further and further in doing the many things you have to do. Don't listen to the self-defeating mind's restless voice. Realize that you're doing the right thing by taking care of yourself. Continue to sit quietly and let the thoughts come and go without focusing on any of them. When you do this, your feelings of doom and gloom will vanish. You will find yourself in a lighter and more elevated state of mind. With practice, you will have a new sense of freedom and joy. You will attract the truly good things into your life.
Why do I put up with the negative in my life?
You fear that the loss of something negative will leave you with nothing. You're afraid that if you don't have something exciting going on in your life, you will be bored, lonely, and worthless. What you may have going on in your life right now is negative excitement. Superficial and meaningless activities, they may seem fun at first glance, but they ultimately leave you feeling let down, distracted, and even more restless. This negative excitement includes chasing people or external prizes, as well as being addicted to social media, engaging in bad habits, and participating in the conversations that lead nowhere. The irony is that the negative thing you're afraid of losing, the negative excitement, is actually what is causing you to feel bored, lonely, and worthless in the first place. You have a tremendous fear of losing the familiar but false solution. The good news is that a loss of the false, people and activities were wrong for you, unhealthy thoughts that attack you, will eventually be replaced by a gain of the true and healthy, compatible relationships, rewarding experiences, and beneficial thoughts. Start today by making a list of all the people, situations, thoughts, and circumstances that keep you down and appear to be against you. Perhaps they are disgruntled friends, sarcastic family members, or self-critical thoughts. Then make a list of all the people, ideas, and circumstances that are on your side and help you prosper. In this list, you will include like-minded, invincibility-seeking friends, compassionate and grateful thoughts, and supportive family members or pets. As you list items in each category, either for or against, decide that you will substitute one negative element for one positive one every week. As you spend less time with negative people, you will spend more time with affirming and positive individuals. You will replace negative thoughts and feelings with positive ones, ignorance with insight, heaviness with lightness, and fear with faith. Soon you will be on the right track to eliminating negativity in your life and replacing it with consistent and growing positivity, also known as your personal invincibility.
My confidence is shattered. I can't reach my goals. I am always frustrated and feel defeated. It seems like my head is destined to hit the wall, and there's nothing I can do about it. Why is the whole world against me?
I can see why you think that the whole world is against you. In reality, the whole world is not against you. It is you, the self-defeating part of your mind, against you, your invincible mind. The two parts of your mind, negative and positive, healing and harming, winning and defeated, are fighting against each other. It only seems like you're fighting against the world because your thoughts are in conflict with each other. The illusion is that you're fighting external obstacles, people, and circumstances. But it is only that, an illusion. To have more positive results, you need to have more of the invincible mind, less of the self-defeating mind. When you live from the invincible mind, you rid yourself of old self-defeating habits, and you choose positive habits and lifestyle choices that contribute to your ultimate growth and excellence. It's impossible to act above your present psychological level. To achieve better results in life, you must improve yourself, the way you see, the way you think, the way you feel. You need to elevate your mindset into one of invincibility to be equal to the task you have set for yourself, to achieve excellence in your career, finances, relationships, and health. The best way to raise your mindset is to study and apply these Invincible You principles on a daily basis. It's like learning a new language, the Invincible You language. Each day you add a new phrase, a new way of thinking, until you are fluent in the most important language of all, your invincibility. This has been an enlightening show because these are your questions, things that you hold in your heart. So if you have any more, feel free to message us at the social media links below, and we will be sure to answer all of your pressing questions to help you live the most invincible life. And one more thing, to maximize your invincibility, make sure you pick up a copy of Invincible You, the book, on Amazon.com. So love University students, go out this week, live with self-acceptance, love yourself, love others, and love the higher nature. And by the way, follow me on Instagram at Dr. Alex Avila. That's DrAlexAvila. And if you comment on the show, we will select some of the featured comments to read on air to inspire our Love University community. And now the moment has arrived. Put away your notebooks, your iPads, your phones. Love University class is now dismissed. This is Dr. Alex Avila.